Hello, welcome to this short standing flow with Gabby and Jenny. We'll get started today in Tadasana, mountain pose, with your hands by your side, feet firmly planted on the ground, feeling all four corners of your feet on your mat. Standing tall and proud and confident. And even if you're not feeling those things right now in your mind, just the fact that your body is standing so tall and confident and present will hopefully roll over a little bit into your mind. From here, raising your hands and arms up to shoulder height, still keeping your fingers spread wide. Still dropping your shoulders down, but now you're in an even more victorious position, taking up even more space, feeling even more alive. Take an inhale, exhale. Now reach your hands slowly up to the sky, reaching them up high. You might even come and stand on your tippy toes here, getting even taller. And as you exhale, coming back to that first Tadasana with our hands by our sides, let's try that flow, that victory flow of raising our hands up to the sky a few more times. So raising your hands up to shoulder height, arms at your wingspan. Now take your hands up to the sky, reaching arms long, still relaxed in the shoulders. Maybe turn the corners of your mouth up a little bit. Another way of your physical body showing your mind that you are happy, alive, and here. And then exhale your hands by your side. Bringing your arms to shoulder height once more. Pausing here. And then rising up, maybe coming onto your tippy toes. Hands reach toward the sky. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Let your thumbs rest up against your chest, your heart space. Close your eyes for a moment. Feeling if there's any shift yet in the way your body feels, maybe more awake. Maybe not. Just noticing it's all okay. And then open your eyes, reach your hands high. Exhale and fold down to the ground. Keeping tented fingers on the ground, stepping your left foot back behind you, bring your back knee down, coming into a kneeling lunge. Untuck the back toes, walking the front foot forward so that the front knee is not coming too far over the front foot. Starting off with your hands on your knee to gain balance, and then hands can come to heart, or hands can come up overhead. If your hands come up high, spread your fingers. Good to be alive. Dropping your right hand over to the right. Doesn't have to make contact with the ground. If you have a block, this is a great place to use that. Taking your left hand up to the sky, reaching over to the right, finding a gentle side stretch. Breathing into that left side body. Come back to center. This time letting the left hand land inside the right foot. Right hand reaches up to the sky for a twist. Making a fist with the bottom hand is a great option if there's any issues with that wrist. Reach that top hand even higher. And then taking both hands down to the ground, untuck the back toes. Come back up to standing, forward fold. This time stepping the right leg back behind you for a kneeling lunge. Back knee comes down, untuck the back toes. Finding stability. Also, generally, when the 2 feet are in line with one another on the mat, there's less stability there. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, walk that left foot a little further over to the left. Taking your hands up high, and then letting the left hand land by the left side, reaching the right hand up and over. First, finding that lift up through the right hand, up toward the sky, and then over. Now coming back to center, letting the right hand land on the inside of the left foot, left hand reaching up to the sky for a twist. Bringing both hands down to the ground, tuck the back toes rather. Coming up to a forward fold. From here, find your chair pose. Big toes come to touch, little space between the heels, sitting low, and low is whatever you want to make of it today. Whatever your version of sitting low is. Sit your hips down. Reach your hands up to the sky to start. Set your gaze, your drishti. Find a point of focus. And it's natural for your eyes to wander, but if you notice you're getting distracted by the wandering of your eyes, bring it back to that point of focus. Bring the attention inward onto you, your body, your breath. Reaching your hands back behind you for a downhill ski. Maybe the chest comes slightly forward, more toward the thighs. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, downhill ski, reaching the hands back behind you. Inhale, reaching hands high. Exhale, once more, downhill ski. Inhale, coming back to chair. Draw your hands to your heart, twisting to the right, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. You can make a fist with one or both hands here to find a little more lift. You almost want to get your hands to the center of your chest, really opening up, and sitting deeper helps to open up more. Open up your hands. The left hand reaches down toward the ground, right hand up toward the sky. Sit a little bit deeper. Take an inhale. Here, exhale. Release, let it go. Fold forward. Walk your feet out about hips width distance apart. With your first 2 fingers, your peace fingers, grab a hold of your big toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen and fold. If it doesn't work to grab your big toes, first try a bend in the knees. It can be as deep as you want or need it to be. And second, if it really just isn't happening today, just let your hands dangle. Letting your head drop down, feeling that physical release in the neck and also a symbolic release. So any thoughts that are weighing you down, just let them drop toward the ground. Release your toes. Walking your right hand in front of and slightly to the right of the front pinky toe, find your half moon. With a straight standing leg, lift the left leg up to the sky. Left foot is your flying foot, opening up the hips as if you could lean back against a wall behind you. Engage the flying foot like you could stamp that foot on a wall. Really engaging that flying leg so that it's not just dead weight there. And then once you're there, lighten up on the bottom hand. See if you can lift up a little higher, lifting the top hand a little higher. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the ground, bring the flying foot down, and coming into a forward fold. Slowly rising up to standing, hands reach high. Sitting back in a chair pose, big toes come to touch, little bit of space between the heels. Draw your hands to your heart, twist to the left. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Now that's just a goal and something to work towards, and it doesn't always work for all bodies for the elbow to reach the knee, but just if that doesn't quite work, just reaching toward the knee, keeping the twist, but contact is not always necessary. Keeping in mind that hands at the center of the chest is a beautiful goal to work towards, and you can make a fist with one or both hands to make that more possible. Opening up, the right hand reaches down toward the ground, left hand reaches up toward the sky. Try sitting a little deeper to make the twist more accessible here. Take a deep breath in. Here, clear it out. And then fold forward. Once again, walking your feet out about hips width distance. This time sliding your hands underneath your feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen and fold. It may be here that you just have tips of fingers to toes, or you may be able to slide your whole hand underneath your feet so that the toes are on the wrist crease. Whatever your preference is, and you can bend your knees as much as you want to get the variation that you feel is right for you today. You don't have to be flexible to begin yoga. You just have to have a body. The flexibility will most likely come, but anybody can do it with a bend of the knees, with adjustments. So doing what works for you and your body. This is your practice. Time to take care of yourself. Release your hands out from underneath your feet. Taking the left hand to the left of and in front of the left pinky toe, coming into your half moon on the left, lifting the right leg up to the sky, opening up the hips. Right hand reaches high. Feeling almost as if you could lean back against a wall, like you're that supported. And more likely than not, there's not a wall behind you. But there's nothing to fear here if you do fall down. Just smile, laugh, and come back into it. It's not about never falling down, but keeping your composure when you do and coming right back. Taking one more inhale in half moon. Exhale, making your way back to that forward fold at the front of your mat. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Namaste, my friends.